Fall is such a magical time for us. It's so beautiful visually, full of transformations and pleasant weather. At least that is what is going on in my part of the world. I recognize yours may be different. Fall is a time of physical and spiritual harvesting, and a time for introspection and reflection. Like the trees, we use this period to release what no longer serves us. In this video, I'm going to talk about 13 plants you can forage in the fall, their symbolism, ways to use them, and some spells you can do. Hi, I'm Amy, an eclectic pagan and green witch. As an environmental educator and wildlife rehabilitator, I love to connect nature and plants to my practice. I have a new series of adult coloring books out, available on Amazon in paperback and on the website in a PDF. Starting with some native flowers. Goldenrod symbolizes prosperity, good fortune, and abundance, and is used in spells for wealth, guidance, and divination. The Latin name for goldenrod, solidago, means whole, referencing its traditional healing powers. Goldenrod primarily blooms from late summer to fall, with most species flowering between August and October. Its association with the sun's energy links it to clarity and truth. I like to have goldenrod nearby to enhance insight during tarot readings. After I put down a spread, I gaze at the goldenrod and then my cards to help me gain understanding. A quick mention: goldenrod is not the cause of your allergies. That would be ragweed. Goldenrod has bright yellow flowers, is insect pollinated, and has smooth leaves. Ragweed has greenish yellow flowers, is wind pollinated, and has lobed fern like leaves. So pick the right plant. Put the flowers in a vase and place them on your dining room table for abundance. Use them in money spells. Held in hand, goldenrod is believed to droop in the direction of a lost object or treasure. Milkweed is centered on transformation and the fairy realm, as it's a key plant for monarch butterflies, symbols of metamorphosis. Incorporating the silky seeds into wish granting traditions. Use the plant's protective qualities to ward off negativity and evil, and in rituals for transformation. Common applications include using milkweed fluff in dream pillows to invite fae encounters. Milkweed is a crucial host plant for 3 butterfly species. Focus on milkweed during meditation for transformation and shadow work. Add milkweed to a magical fall wreath with evergreen boughs, pine cones, and acorns. Chrysanthemums represent protection, longevity, transformation, healing, and clarity. The flower can be incorporated into magical practices for shielding the home, aiding spiritual journeys, and amplifying intentions related to well-being or growth. We often use them for decoration and protection by placing them around doorways. Chrysanthemums protect against malevolent forces and evil spirits, making them a protective ward for the home and an ingredient in incense blends. In indigenous Chinese culture, the flower is linked to long life, youthfulness, and good health. As such, its magic may be used to promote wellness, rejuvenate the spirit, and encourage good fortune. The chrysanthemum can serve as a bridge to the spiritual realms, connecting inner desires with universal energies and guiding practitioners through transitions of life and death. Dry the blossoms and use them in loose leaf incense blends to ward off spirits and enhance psychic work. Add the dried petals to an amulet, along with dried rosemary, and obsidian or amethyst crystal. The fruit of the rose hips, are associated with love, healing, and courage. After the petals fade, the roses set bright red berries, or hips, through late fall. They feed migrating birds and small mammals, and in magic, they carry the rose's heart-centered energy. Thread dried hips into a simple charm garland for your altar, or add a few to tea blends for ritual. They are very high in vitamin C, and rose hip oil is great for skincare. In spell work, rose hips support reconciliation, self care, and compassionate boundaries. Their tough skins and seeds remind us to protect what's tender. Incorporate rose hips into spells to attract love, strengthen existing relationships, or cultivate feelings of self compassion and emotional well being. Pine forests are some of the oldest on Earth, and with that age comes great wisdom and energy. The entire tree is the entire tree has magical energy, including the branches, the resin, and the cones. Pine resin is great for spell casting, and I have a spell using the resin on the website, which I will put in the description. Place pine cones under your pillow to increase fertility. You can also hang them over your bed or wear a small cone as a necklace. Pine cones are a symbol of protection, and placing pine cones on windowsills and next to doors gives your house some of that extra oomph. The pine cone wreath came about as a symbol of protection and is a great thing to make during Samhain and Yule decorations, or for decorations. Pine is associated with air and communication. Focus on a pine cone's energy. Feel your energy being renewed. Go outside this fall and winter and call upon the evergreen trees. Meditate on resilience and steady growth. Evergreen through snow and storm, bring me strength and keep me warm. Pine cones, symbolic of abundance and fertility, are frequently used in prosperity spells. Place a pine cone in a money jar or an altar, and it can attract financial success and material blessings. To increase the pine cone's power, add an acorn with it. Several deities are associated with the pine. Poseidon, due to the ships being built of pine wood, Freyr, because the pine is a symbol of renewal, and the nymph Pythes, who was turned into a pine tree to avoid the god Pan. Juniper is an easy plant to forage as it's very popular as a landscape plant. There are both tree and bush species. The juniper tree symbolizes strength, wisdom, and purification. It's used to ward off evil spirits, hexes, and negative energy. Both the branches and berries are great for rituals, and dried branches make a very effective smudge stick. One caution is that some people have an allergy to juniper, which can be pollen related or a contact allergy. On a fun note, juniper berries are a main ingredient in gin and traditional Norwegian farmhouse ales. Historically, juniper branches were used to keep the rain off buildings in Norway. Juniper's enduring nature and capacity to grow in harsh conditions also represent its tenacious spirit and its role in spiritual resilience. Use it to connect with your ancestors and deities associated with protection. Juniper berries ripen over 1 to 3 years, so you often find blue and green ones together in fall. With a crisp, resinous scent, juniper is used for cleansing and protection in many traditions, and it's excellent for outdoor smoke bundles. Hecate, as a goddess of transitions and the hidden world, was naturally aligned with the protective and purifying qualities of juniper. Hecate was associated with the power of change and guidance through liminal spaces. And juniper, historically used in purification and warding rituals, naturally aligns with her domains. Leaves are a widely available resource, even in urban areas. Pick them off the ground, never pull them from the tree. The changing and falling leaves symbolize the cycle of life, death, and renewal, as well as letting go of the old to make way for the new. Catching a falling orange leaf signifies a period of inner healing and growth. A falling yellow leaf can indicate an upcoming positive change in your life. And if a red leaf falls on you, it is said to signal a gesture of love. Here's a simple falling leaves release spell. On slips of paper, write things you want to let go of: stress, old habits, worries. Wrap each paper in a leaf. Burn them carefully in a backyard fire pit or other safe location, saying, "As leaves fall, so too does what I release. I welcome peace." The oak, the father of the forest, the king. Oaks symbolize wisdom, nobility, strength, and intuition. A tree to honor and one full of magical ability. In magic, oak is the anchor tree, strength, endurance, and steady leadership. The acorn, small but mighty, is a symbol of potential growth and strength. As the seed of the mighty oak, which can live for centuries and grow to immense sizes, the acorn embodies the promise of great things to come. In many traditions, the oak tree is sacred, associated with gods of thunder and lightning like Thor and Zeus. The acorn, therefore, is seen as a powerful emblem of protection, endurance, and prosperity. Acorns ward off negative energy and bring protection to the home and those who carry them. Prosperity spells are good to do during the waxing moon. The waxing moon is increasing in size from the new moon to the full moon. I have several acorn spells on my acorn magic video, but here is another one that I like. For this prosperity spell, you need a green candle, 3 acorns, and 3 fallen oak leaves. Write your intention or your ask on a piece of paper. Place your note under the candle. Place the 3 leaves around the candle and place an acorn on each leaf. Focus on the candle flame while thinking about your intention. Then say, "Little acorn, powerful yet small, within you I place my call. Grow my wish, strong and true, as the oak my desires pursue." Envision your wish coming true. Extinguish your candle, but leave your intention and the leaves there for 3 days. Few plants are more closely aligned to autumn magic than the apple. Apples are woven into Samhain lore, orchard blessings, and stories of the other world. Their sweet, cool scent and long storage life make them perfect for slow, thoughtful rituals during the darker half of the year. Slice one horizontally, and you'll reveal the 5-pointed star at its heart, a symbol of the elements and spirit. Apples symbolize wisdom, love, abundance, and safe passage between the worlds. Use apple peel to carve protection spirals, dry rings for charm bags, or simmer peels and cores in a pot to sweeten a home's mood before gatherings. For divination, float apple slices in water and scry by candlelight, or inscribe a question onto an apple and bury it at the base of a favorite tree, asking for guidance as it returns to the soil. If you share offerings outdoors, place them where wildlife can safely access them and avoid salted, spiced, or sugary things in the food. Hawthorn is a liminal tree in Celtic lore, linked to the Fae and to thresholds. Its berries ripen in autumn, glowing like embers against thorny branches. Hawthorn asks us to respect boundaries, ours and others. Hawthorn embraces fire, male energy, and fertility, protection, thresholds, and a courageous heart. Use a small branch to mark a doorway altar and set intentions for what crosses your threshold this season. Add a few dried berries to protective charm bag with iron nails or a key. Folklore often cautions against cutting hawthorn without permission. It is protected in several countries. Treat this tree with ritual respect. The hawthorn tree represents the 3 phases of the goddess. The blooming white flowers in spring represent the maiden. The red berries emerge in fall and symbolize the mother. The thorns and gnarled, aged tree represent the crone. Mostly found in Eurasia, Rowan's clusters of orange-red berries ripen in late summer to fall and persist into winter. Long regarded as a guardian tree, Rowan is carved into protective runes and door charms across northern traditions. Warding, second sight, and safe travel. If you practice rune work, carve a small Rowan disc and inscribe algaes for protection. Consecrate it with autumn rainwater. Plant a rowan tree to support wildlife. The cedar waxwings depend on them. They are also loved by thrushes, blackbirds, as well as mammals like deer, foxes, and badgers. Elder is a witch's alley in European and American folklore. Powerful, generous, and a little fierce. In many places, the berries ripen late summer through early fall, and clusters may linger into autumn. Great for communication with ancestors and warding. Use elder wood to frame an ancestor's photo or to craft a tiny doorway on your altar for spirit work at Samhain. The plant is also associated with protective mothers and wise grandmothers, perfect for house blessings. Safety first. Raw elderberries contain compounds that can make you sick. Only consume fully cooked ripe berries and avoid medicinal use if unsure. That said, I make elderberry syrup every fall as it's great for winter colds. Pumpkins are the lanterns of autumn, originally carved to guard doorways and scare off harmful spirits. As a sprawling, generous plant, pumpkin speaks of nourishment and community, perfect themes for harvest magic and gratitude work. Carve a jack-o'-lantern with protective sigils, and as the candle glows, visualize your home ringed with warm, watchful light. Save and dry a few seeds to use in prosperity charms through winter, or add ground roasted seeds to charm sachets. When you get out your pumpkin seeds, set a handful aside for spells. Wash and dry them. Take 3 pumpkin seeds and write one word on each seed. The word should express something you desire, such as love, money, or good health. Take your seeds to a body of water, preferably a creek or a river, but a pond or the ocean will do. Hold the seeds in your hand and concentrate on your words. Then throw the seeds into the water. Carved pumpkins offer protection where an uncarved pumpkin manifests wishes. Pumpkin is a squash. Don't limit yourself by the traditional orange pumpkin. Try some new varieties. Mushrooms have been considered magical for their psychoactive properties and their mysterious lifestyle. They are linked with themes of decay, renewal, and the underworld. Fall is a great time to forage mushrooms, but if you are new to mushrooms, you definitely need some training. There are 250 toxic ones in the US, but the good news is that mushroom identification classes are often offered in communities through extension and local plant groups. Also, it's quite fun to grow mushrooms. I do this every winter on top of my fridge. As recyclers of dead organic material, fungi occupy a place at the crossroads of life and death. This cycle of decay and renewal makes them a symbol of the interconnectedness and rebirth. The fun thing about growing them in bags is you can really see the mycelium or filaments growing and connecting. The ancient Greeks and Egyptians associated mushrooms with the gods. Some Greeks called them gifts of Zeus due to their mysterious emergence after storms, while Egyptians considered them the food of the gods, believing they would grant immortality. Do remember that our wildlife friends depend on the fruits and nuts that fall during autumn, so gather items that have fallen and just take a few things for your needs. Mushrooms are eaten by box turtles and squirrels. In my wildlife work, I have gone foraging for mushrooms with the intent of feeding them to young animals. For me, that's a magical experience. This is Floki, one of my wildlife rehabilitation squirrels on his release day. Gray squirrels, like Floki, store acorns in the ground and use them as food in winter, but some of the acorns are not found and grow into trees, so squirrels help plant new trees. If you want to learn more about squirrels in general or how to rescue them, check out my book in the description. Planting native flowers is a great way to support wildlife and grow spell ingredients. Fall is such a beautiful season and a great time to explore the woods. That time when the leaves are falling, but it hasn't gotten too cold yet, is fabulous for spotting wildlife. Please give this video a like if it has been helpful. I appreciate your support, and thanks for watching, and have a very witchy day.